Hello, and welcome to Slay the Princess, another episode. I'm Crooked Rat, and this is right where we left off. We met the voice of the skeptic. He is seeming like a favorite of mine for the voices. We haven't seen much, but, you know, I like him so far. So, let's continue.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Ooh.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
The last princess was really, badass. So I'm really wondering what's gonna happen now, because the last time I went down a path like this, she became obsessed with me and she was like, I just want to make you happy. But in the last one, she was like blank slate princess first, and in this one she was badass princess first. So I don't really know how this is gonna go, but I'm really curious. Explore. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer.
Alright, let's just proceed to the cabin. I don't think that'll do anything different. Proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie,
She will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't believe
I was a bit off.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Yeah, I do like him.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yep.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
So it's probably gonna be more along the lines of she's even more dangerous, because this is like a dungeon.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's not take it.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, I'll listen to him.
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Oh. Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Huh.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
That's crazy.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Just a test. Okay, I'm just gonna hold my keg. My water bottle.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Is she cool?
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Oh.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
She's all chained up now.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah. Couldn't be for us.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
This is interesting. Sit where you were told to sit. Sit closer. Let's just sit where we were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Oh.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
That's what yeah. Maybe she can live with a head detached.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
She might.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
I'm so intrigued. I don't know. I'm so intrigued that it is cutting into my commentary. You know? I'll try to say more, but it's just so interesting.
It's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what?
Interesting.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Interesting. He's gonna make it. He knows so much more. I want to know all of his secrets.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Why?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Aww.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Aww. What? Oh no.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
I'm gonna mess it up again.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Yeah.
The more more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Because we get more perspectives?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
It is because we get more perspectives. The narrator doesn't want more perspectives to come into being.
I won't. Fine. You won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
The skeptic is so dope.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Yeah, true. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Yeah.
And now you're back.
You know it.
Is that really all she knows?
It seems like it would be. This has happened twice now?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I'm talking about this specific situation, by the way, where they just don't really know. It's like, oh, you died, and now we're here, and now we're talking again. It was with it was the obsessive one, and with this badass one.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Ooh.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Probably. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Why does she not trust me now? I cut her out before.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Yeah.
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
True, but why would she? I didn't kill her last time. She might kill me because I will be forced to try and kill her by the narrator. But my thoughts were that she would just lock me up into here.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That is completely fair, yeah. With this princess, yeah. The other chain on the wall, who is it for? Me.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Maybe it'll fit.
Yeah.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
But that could be an interesting ending if we're both locked up. Oh, inspect the shackle? Yeah, let's do it.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
But it's funny.
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Could be interesting.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
It looks more sized to a neck.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
True.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He probably is.
He isn't.
Oh, maybe. Well, we'll see.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
We're gonna get locked up.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yeah,
Yes, it's bad.
we're locked up.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
I knew it. I knew it was a neck one.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
No, we're gonna get a voice of the dummy, maybe.
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Together forever, babe.
What are we supposed to do now?
Say it.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
But not if we're like the princess.
That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Yeah, we did.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yeah. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Yeah. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know that this was going to happen to me? She surely did. Come on.
No.
What? Huh. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Ah, come
That's
on.
rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
Probably another voice.
But there isn't.
Nah, come on.
Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
We can't even get camaraderie from the princess now that we're both locked up, even though I guess us being locked up was purely because we're dumb. A little bit dumb.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
No, we're safe.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
No, that doesn't make sense.
How exactly does that work? It just does.
No, that doesn't make sense.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Yeah.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
True. Gosh, the skeptic. It's like he's taken everything that I want to say and just saying it. That's the problem with all these voices. That they got more narration skills than me. Oh, point and click? Oh. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger. Look at that light. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
Ah,
Remember?
come on. It's not small talk.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
I knew that we weren't going to starve. It's been a long time. You can tell because the lichen is slow growing.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I just said it first in this case, and then he said it after. Come on.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
And we still aren't talking.
Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Then we go out? No, the world ends. He gets cut off. So he's gone.
And?
He's gone.
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Except you're gonna get taken by arms.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Yeah. Arms. See ya. Goodbye. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
No.
And is that a...
Yeah. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yeah, it will.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Sorry, skeptic. It's not the end. Whatever is on the other side is going to be nice. It's not the end for me. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. We have to lie to them. It's giving us that choice. We'll do the top one. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I hate this.
Feels too good to be true.
It is. Approach the mirror. The bloat grows. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, the decay, you withered. You've withered. It's because we spent so long away. It locked. What is happening? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Let's just see her. She's locked. She's got a chain.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
She's not molten anymore. She's not like all three. I guess she wasn't really the poorly drawn one either, after the first new vessel.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
I really hate this talk of yes and everything and nothing and all that and even more. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
So, that may be what happens if we destroy our body. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, but you're weird. You're a weird entity that that has lots of hands, and I don't like that. If anything, it makes you like me. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. We'll do that one.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time.
Will it?
But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
True.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
These usually do make me feel a little better about them being eaten up by hands. I don't know if I'm gonna kill her once we're done with this. We'll explore it.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempted to destroy me.
We probably could have before we brought her vessels. Since it's an option, attack the entity. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? They're destroyed.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished? She probably hasn't.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Stop talking in friggin'... A river does not, like the sand, it flows across, but it tolerates it still. Whatever, don't care. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? More, but I am a lake, and I am supposed to be an ocean, murky waters.
We will know when we near our destination.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Alright. The hero and the princess. Yes. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Tab. Okay. Oh, what do we do? Forget this. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I don't. Oh. Our paths are going away. We're gonna have to start killing the princesses. There's no need to explore the options anymore. We've got all of his dialogue. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way.
Proceed. Let's see. Take the blade. Or enter the basement. Let's just enter. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
She sounds normal again.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Come
I
on.
hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Yes.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
That's okay. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're gonna have to bite yourself out. I didn't take the knife.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
I am.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the...
Skip. There isn't a key. Do you have any other ideas? Because it's gonna just shut the door on me.
Maybe there's some way.
Oh. Nah. Okay. Well, it already did. Return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Skip. Whoa. Hold on. What happened? Yeah, the blade came down the stairs. We could use it for your... we won't like what happened if we do that. Okay, well... It's gonna force us to slay her. Probably.
Fine.
She cut her arm off. Thank you. Now let's get out of here. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Narrator is going to make us kill her. We could warn her again.
Stop that.
And then we don't have the choice to resist. So we'll kill her.
Thank you.
Done.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
No.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Will I?
She
Oh.
pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she
Yeah.
used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Yummy.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
It can. Everything goes dark and you die.
As much as I'd prefer for
Oh, no.
things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry.
Now he'll say
It's
it.
over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yes. Now what happens? The witch.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Yeah.
here to...
Yeah. Okay. We haven't got this one yet, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Not true.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards
Oh.
close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
True.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Yeah. I like these voices that want to portray the narrator. I like it. We'll just proceed. Well, no, turn around and leave. We can do that again. Let's do it.
You have my completion.
Oh.
You cannot go further astray.
The hands are talking to us.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, here we are.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
Nice.
The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah. I assume that the opportunist will want us to take the knife. Let's approach the mirror. I want to see what the opportunist has to say.
You walk up to the wall next to the
Yep.
What are you talking about? This is.
Yep.
You reach
And it's gone.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin
Okay,
wall.
he has nothing to
I
say.
hope you know how ridiculous you look.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
True.
That's not actually a bad idea.
There we go. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Ew.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
These descriptions are kind of wacky.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
So true. You always say that.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Ew. Okay, she's got to be weird now.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
But you could, and it'd be kind of cool. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
That's so not true.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous
Oh.
little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
All right.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
True.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Good question. Here, hold on. I need to turn off Steam notifications. Yeah, that's not working. Hold on. I'll edit this out. Hopefully, I'll believe it. Steam settings, notifications. I could have sworn I already had this off. Okay, that should be good. Right? think that's good. I think that's good. Okay. We're back. Back.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, she got a tail.
Descend the basement steps,
Hot.
entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Nice.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Gosh dang it, she knows.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
I don't know.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Well, he's smarter than in any other thing.
Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
No, it's not true. Trust me.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Maybe.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Ooh. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Should I? I'm not so sure. Maybe we should kill her this time. Right. Whoa. A lot of ones. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out of somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Is he gonna bite your arm off?
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh, okay.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Yeah.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Dude, what about a really good joke? Hey, why'd the chicken cross the road? It's to slay a princess. Get it? Because I have like bird hands? Oh. Wow. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failures around on the winner.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Yep, I am.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Maybe. Why do I get the nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out here? And she probably will.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Yeah, I trust you.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
Probably not.
You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Yeah.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
I don't know what that... Oh, like... trap us down here?
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Oh, we are not giving her the knife. No, that's not happening. We're not leaving her in the basement either. She'll like tackle us and steal the knife because she's already out of her shackles. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you're gonna be I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm gonna attack you now, slay the princess. Let's do that. That's just funny.
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness?
No.
Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
Oh well.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Yeah.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
Well, yeah, I do the good work.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, she
Oh.
throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
Oh, nice.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
She looks so good in this picture.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
Dang.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries
Oh.
her teeth deep into your chest,
Feathers.
tearing it. Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back.
Oh,
In for a penny, right? Why not?
why not?
As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ooh.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched.
Maybe we
Oh,
are the same.
I skipped
So
off the
what?
end.
Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins.
Yeah,
We don't have to fight so dirty.
but we can.
Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. Takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise.
True.
Are we? At the bottom of the barrel.
We're at the bottom of a cabin at the very least. We're in the basement, fighting an animal princess.
We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes.
Alright.
But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop?
Fair.
We'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting.
Yeah?
What a
Oh.
low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat. Both you and the princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Yeah.
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the battle continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise?
Is it like sinking in on us?
Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
It is getting, yeah.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Oh.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right, they're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
So they're coming for you too. What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
Huh. Alright.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me.
It's kind of dope.
See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. No, we can see them.
Make them stop. You can make them stop, right?
I could, but as I've already made so clear, I don't want to.
True enough. I don't know why I said that.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cavern. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time.
To do what? There's nothing to do.
Shit. What do we do? What do we do? We should probably get back to stabbing. The only way out of this is through her, right?
Maybe. Come on, they're pressing in on me, they're pressing in on you. We're not animals, we're people, we can work things out. I take it all back and help you get out of here. I don't think this will do anything. So let's just exhaust the explore options, why not?
Oh, what's the matter? You're scared of a few thorny roots digging into your neck? Scared of suffocating in this dark place as I watch you die? Good.
Yeah.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things.
Yeah.
I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to be scared in. This is starting to hurt. I don't want to die like this.
Well, I mean, what choice, right?
The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lifted delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
Oh.
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement.
Yeah, that's kind of grotesque.
Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still, she smiles through it all.
Dang.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
True. Chapter 3? What? We haven't gotten a chapter 3 before. What?
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Yeah, the arms.
His gaze pushes against our borders,
No.
curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
The narrator.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in
Oh.
the woods. Who's even saying that?
Whoa.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Died a little bit.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
I don't know what that means.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
And what is my new voice? Just the princess? No way.
There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried fighting her, and then she made the cabin itself come to life and squished us into paste. All that unfairness. What if it was just pushing us in the right direction? Helping us become this? It's almost worth being squished by a cabin.
Maybe he cheated.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
This is weird.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
So, the princess is a voice, and also the cheated is a voice. This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
True.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
But we're literally one thing right now, so I can't exactly kill her.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've been failing 3 times. I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do? I feel like I can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being like this. Why are you being nice to me? Don't you hate me? Don't we sort of hate each other? Let's just do that one.
We can't go back to that.
Oh.
We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
Yes.
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like She still hates us.
Yeah,
It feels mutual.
it do.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
That's how it has to be.
Don't look at it!
Gotta.
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it.
Yeah.
They're both playing their hands. What's the move? Do we pick a side? Do we figure out how to make everyone unhappy?
I don't know. Oh, there's only two. Gaze at the hatred in your heart and bury it now before it's too late. You know what? We'll bury it. We'll just bury it.
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
I want to see what happens. I'm curious.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Yep. But the past does exist. I remember it.
And just like that,
Dang it.
you start to fall apart.
I wanted to work it out.
Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me.
Me too.
Honestly, I can't believe I ever thought being crushed to death with a cabin was forgivable. She put that thought in our head. Is she able to change what we think? That's
Dang.
not fair. I think. I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered.
Sorry, hero.
And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. But you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Here we go.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
Let's go.
I wish I didn't have to.
There's multiple of her.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Cabin.
A cabin comes into being among the trees.
Oh.
It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Ew.
And then you
What?
find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess.
Oh, she looks sad.
A wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
What do we do?
Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill. This hardly seems fair to anyone. It's an easy win if we want it, but I'm not sure whose win it is.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Do we have to do this?
Probably not.
You have to. You know you have to.
I never wanted to kill you. Not really. But we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free. Let's do it.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
You don't have a choice.
I know a bluff when I see one. He can use words, sure, but he doesn't have any real power.
That's what I'm saying. Now that I have multiple voices, it should be easy.
I'm not bluffing. He won't be so smug when it happens. He's weak, thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
Yeah.
You're tired, aren't you?
Who?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh, okay.
fine. Whatever.
Aw.
Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
Look at her. Wow. Oh.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
No, not again. Alright. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Oh, and there's that mirror again. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You'd better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help you.
Gosh dang it. I feel guilty. Again. Gaze into your reflection. Are we gonna be rooted? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Skeletal. You've unraveled. There we go. Let's see her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I'm curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
That doesn't seem healthy. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart.
How many hearts do you need, dude? Curious, freaking loving, kind. I don't know, dude. That's weird.
Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Alright. Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Boss, I don't know. I asked you. He does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. He does, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Give me another nondescript answer.
1.
What?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Okay. Explorer, if this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Have I? Okay. There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Will we?
I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright. Well, since we're going back one more time, that is the end of this episode. And we'll have that last one, the finale. It'll probably be kind of short. If I think about it. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and tell your parents about me, because they need to know. Alright, goodbye.